Hey, how we doing? Yes, this is the Eli Show. I'm here to make another video for you guys. Okay, so here's the $1,000,000 question. Okay? Do you think college is overrated? Let me ask that question again. Do you think college is overrated? Because I believe it is. Okay? Today, I got into an argument with a college professor. I also got into an argument with a college instructor as well. Guys, I think college is overrated. Here, let me tell you why. Most of these kids that are graduating from college, depending on what they went to college for, and depending on the career that they went to college for, most of these kids are going to college are not able to find jobs the way they want to. Let's just put it like that. They're not able to find jobs the way they want to. You got a lot of kids today who go to college, and a lot of them can't even do basic things like fix anything. Like one time my friend's car broke down. His car broke down, right? He was riding on the highway, and on the highway his car broke down. Now this is a college graduate, right? The dude couldn't even fix his own car. Okay? I had to show him where the radiator fluid is. I had to show him how to change a tire. The dude didn't even know how to fix his own car. This is a kid that went to college. Okay? Understand that. This is a kid who went to college. I had another girl. This one's a girl. She was really cool. But the problem that I had with her was she didn't even know how to cook. She was in college. And she couldn't do basic things. A lot of these kids today that are going to college can't do basic things. They don't know how to do basic things. A lot of these kids that are going to college can't do basic things. And it's funny because there are so many career choices out there like plumbing, electrical, painting, what's the other one? Drywall, roofing. These are all construction trades that are left unclear. But nobody wants to do those jobs. Everybody's going to college, which I think is sad because the amount of time that kids waste in college is like phenomenal. Because everybody wants to go to college and nobody wants to learn how to do things with their own hands. There are kids today that go to college that can't do basic things. Basic things like cooking. Basic things like roofing, knowing how to change a tire on the car. Yeah, knowing how to change a tire on the car. Basic things. And the sad thing about it is that these college campuses have become more like a political force than it has been about education. These college campuses have been more about politics, more about a political force than it has been about education. That's the biggest crux of it all. And so many of these kids today, excuse me guys, so many of these kids today, they go to college not having an understanding of how to do the basics, like painting, roofing, plumbing. These are the basic requirements that you need. And so many kids that go to college today can't do any of that. This is why I say college is overrated. As I'm watching the news, I see all these college kids protesting. Because that's what college has been about now, because instead of these college professors teaching kids how to be productive and how to move the new wave and how to do things correctly, what these college professors end up doing, is they end up teaching these students how to be nothing more than political activists. These kids today are nothing more than political activists. It's gotten so bad to the point where these kids that are graduating from college, they don't want to work a minimum wage job. That's right. You heard me right. They don't want to work a minimum wage job. I was talking to this one guy and I asked him, would you ever work at a fast food restaurant like McDonald's? And he flat out said, hell no. And when I asked him why he would not work at McDonald's, it was because, get this, he was going to college, and because of that, he rather lived with his parents than go get a job at McDonald's, because his parents had more of a cushion job for him, which is basically doing nothing, than him just getting a job at McDonald's. I kid you not, guys. And get this, he was a political activist. I kid you not. He voted Democrat all the way. Because that's what you got to understand. Most of these college campuses are nothing more than political. Excuse me. Excuse me. Are nothing more than political campuses. You got to understand today, when you're sending your kids to school, you're sending your kids to school to become nothing more than political activists. And that's what mainly they become, nothing more than political activists. We got some students today who are not really that good at math. They're not really that good at science, but they're very good at political activism. And a lot of these college professors, they shut down debates. A lot of these college professors shut down debates. So whenever you try to have a debate that's in opposition to what the college professors want, what they do is they shut down debate, because these college professors have become nothing more than political activists. And so I want to ask the question again. Do you think college is overrated? Because I think it is. I think college is very overrated. I think there's a lot of manipulation in education. Now, you're gonna ask me, well, Eli, what does that have to do with real estate? What does that have to do with real estate? I'll tell you. Okay. If you listen to the news, rent in an apartment rent is going up. If you live in a house, your mortgage is going up. Okay? Let me repeat that again. Listen to the news. And if you notice, if you live in a one-bedroom apartment, rent is going up. And if you live in a house, your mortgage is going up. Now, pause right there. If you live in a house, have you noticed that the mortgage has gone up 30%? If you live in a one-bedroom apartment, have you noticed your rent has gone up 30%? Why? Ask yourself this. Why? Think about it. Okay? Think about why that is. I'll tell you why. And a lot of you guys are going to think this is bias, and a lot of you guys might even hate me for saying this, but I don't care. Let me tell you why your mortgage is going up and why the rent just keeps going up. Okay? Let me explain why. You get these college kids who graduate from college, and remember what I said earlier. These college kids are nothing more than political activists. So what happens is they start asking for higher wages because everybody on a college campus wants higher wages. So they start They start revolutionizing for higher wages. They become nothing more than political activists. And what happens is Now that we're getting higher wages, now that these college kids that are graduating are getting paid more for higher wages, okay? Because minimum wage is no longer $14 an hour. It's going up to $19 an hour. So let's connect it to real estate. Your rent is going to be more. Your rent is going to be more, and your mortgage is going to be more. You are going to pay more for a mortgage now, because now that rent is going up, your mortgage will go up. Because now that you have kids that are graduating from college, guess what they're going to do? They're going to say, I'm not going to work at no fast food restaurant. I'm not going to work at McDonald's. No, I'm going to go to college and get a high degree so I can get paid more. So as they're getting paid more, prices keep going up. Prices go up because they're getting paid more, you see? And so the more they get paid, the more prices go up. And so now you as a person are going to pay more in rent. You're going to also pay more in your mortgage. Let me say this again. You're also going to pay more in rent if you live in an apartment. If you live in an apartment, you're going to pay more in rent. Your mortgage is also going to go up. Because like I explained to you earlier, these college students are nothing more than political activists, and they're going to be asking for higher wages, which means you're going to have to pay more. Prices are going to go up. Expect to pay more. Expect for the prices to go up. So now let me transition, because now we talked about the real estate side of it. Let's talk about why it's going to get even tougher out there. And let me just say this. If you're a college student and you live in an apartment and the rent goes up, or if you're a college student and your mortgage keeps going up, do I feel sorry for you? No. Let me tell you why. You are part of the problem right there. That's right. You are part of the problem. Because as rent goes up, as the mortgage goes up, as prices at a grocery store keep going up, you as a college student need to ask yourself, was asking for higher wages worth it? And I'm laughing because you got a bunch of college students that are graduating from college. They don't realize that the mess that they racked up, the debt that they racked up, is going to now catch up with them. It's now going to catch up with them. They don't realize that by them racking up so much debt and by them asking for higher wages, and that's part of the big problem right there, guys. Let me just say this. A lot of these kids today, whether they go to college or not, it doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter if they go to college or not. A lot of these kids today that are going to college or not, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if they go to college or not. They're going to be asking for higher wages. And when that happens, expect to pay more. Expect to pay more. Because I've been walking around and I've been noticing like fast food restaurants like McDonald's, Burger King, all kinds of fast food restaurants. Now their starting pay is $14 an hour. That's their starting pay. $14 an hour. And if you ever walked into a McDonald's, you notice that the prices are going up. If you have ever walked inside of McDonald's, you notice that the prices are going up. People are paying more now to eat. And so as minimum wages go up, okay, everything else is going to go up, because these kids are not going to want to just work for minimum wage. No, they're going to ask for higher wages. So now the prices are going to go up. And so when you live in an apartment, if you live in an apartment, the rent will go up. If you live in a house, your mortgage will go up. Your mortgage will go up by 30%. The rent will go up by 30%. So now you're paying more just to live. And the people who are going to college, do you think they care? No, because when they get out, they're not going to be working these fast food restaurants like you and I are. They're going to be doing a high-tech job, which they're going to require more money. That means wages are going to go up again. And let me just say this. You people out there who are asking for higher wages, do not, and I do mean do not complain when the rent goes up, when your mortgage goes up. Do not complain about it. When you have to pay more at a grocery store just to eat, don't complain about it. I think it's kind of strange that the same people who are asking for higher wages are now the same people who are complaining because they got to pay more for rent. They have to pay more for utilities. They got to pay more for the mortgage. You people did that. So when we connected to real estate, when you connected to real estate and you ask yourself, what does this have to do with real estate? Okay, let me say it again. If you live in a house, your mortgage is going to go up by 30%. If you live in an apartment, whether it's a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom apartment, the rent is going to go up. The rent is going to go up by 30%. You people have shot yourself in the foot. Any hope of you now trying to make it, you people have shot yourself in the foot. And how much do you guys want to make a bet? How much do you guys want to make a bet? The wages that are being paid to them right now, it's not good enough. Pretty soon, they're going to be protesting and they're going to be asking for higher wages. Because you see, it's never enough. They want more, you see. It's never enough. They have to raise wages. Like right now at McDonald's, for an example, right now at McDonald's, the starting rate is $14 an hour, right? $14 an hour. But I can promise you that's not good enough. They're going to want to ask for higher wages. I can promise you working at McDonald's is not I can promise you those people are going to be asking for more. Because as their lifestyle increases, prices are going to also increase. So working at McDonald's for minimum wage, nope. They're going to be asking for, and just bet me, just watch. Minimum wages are going to go up again because people are not happy with that. Prices are going to go, you just watch. You see, the argument that they were using back then was the reason why, the argument that they were using back then was the reason why they were raising minimum wages is because of the fact they wanted to keep up with inflation. They wanted to keep up with the prices, right? That's what the argument was, right? They wanted to keep up with inflation. They wanted to keep up with the prices. Well, that turned out to be a lie because now, and just watch, they're going to be asking for higher wages. Just watch. Because the same people who are advocating for higher wages, they're going to be the same people complaining. They're going to be the same people complaining, advocating for higher wages. Now, back to my point about colleges. These colleges are overrated. Seriously, what are these kids learning in these colleges? What are they learning? What are they learning? What are they learning in these college campuses that you can't Google, or go on YouTube? What are they learning? Anything that I want to learn today, I can just go on YouTube. You know that, right? Anything that I have questions about, anything that I want to learn, I can just go on YouTube. I can Google it. If I want to learn how to cook, for an example, I can Google the recipe. If I want to learn how to do real estate, learn how to do homes and remodel homes, I can Google it. I can go on YouTube and watch a YouTube channel. You guys realize these college campuses are overrated. And a lot of times when you're going to college, it's never what you're studying. So, like, for an example, if you're studying to be a nurse, they might make you take a class on sex studies, which has nothing to do with being a nurse. They might make you take a class on gender studies. Because you got to remember, a lot of these college professors are nothing more than political activists now. They're not real college professors anymore. They're nothing more than political activists. I knew this one guy. He was studying to be a scientist, and while he was going to school to become a scientist, he had to learn gender studies, which had nothing to do with science. That happened to my other friend too. He went to school for auto mechanics to learn how to fix on cars and to do engineering. Guess what he had to learn, gang? Ginger studies, which has nothing to do with that. So a lot of these kids that are going to school, they're not even going to school to learn what they designed to learn. They're taking other curriculums that have nothing to do with what they're learning. Okay? Now, do I feel sorry for the kids who are graduating from college and that are going to have to pay off this debt? Nope. I don't feel sorry for them. You know why? These are the same people who were asking for higher wages. They were advocating for it. They were advocating for higher wages because they're nothing more than political activists. They didn't care. They wanted higher taxes, which brought on the inflation. So no, I don't feel sorry for these kids that are graduating from college today. I don't graduate. I don't feel sorry for them at all. Good luck to them. I wish them the best of luck. I don't feel sorry for them at all. And as the economy is starting to collapse, you notice that all these college grads, college students, what are they going to do? Because a lot of them don't have basic skills. A lot of them don't know how to do basic things. So where are they going to work? And guys, do me a favor. I don't want to hear any more about you people not being able to find homes. You can't find homes. You can't pay rent. Your mortgage keeps going up. I don't want to hear it no more. You guys keep advocating for higher wages. So guess what? You got higher wages, and so now everything else is going up. I don't want to hear any more. I don't want to hear any more about you guys complaining about having a hard time finding a house. Having a hard time finding a house or finding an apartment. I don't want to hear it no more. You guys keep advocating for higher wages. So now that you have higher wages, the price of everything else is going up. And you guys are the main perpetrators of that. So I don't want to hear anymore. And if the economy collapses, oh well. If the economy collapses, oh well. You guys got yourself in that situation. You're going to have to sit back and figure it out on your own. You're going to have to sit back and figure it out on your own. But I want to ask you guys a question. Do you think colleges are overrated? Do you think going to college is overrated? Because I think it is. How in the world are you going to go to school to become a doctor and then you end up taking a curriculum? You end up taking a curriculum on sex ed, ginger studies. How the hell are you going to go to school for cooking and you're learning how to prep food and cook food and you have to take a gender study class. Like what? These college campuses are nothing more than political activism. And I remember one time I got blocked from going to a college campus because of the fact that I had a different view than the professor did. And I got blocked from going to that college campus. In fact, I'm not even allowed to go on campus anymore. I'm not even allowed to go on campus no more because if you have a political disagreement or a different political view, a lot of times these college campuses don't even want you on. Try going to Berkeley, California and debating a college professor. Won't happen. These college campuses are overrated. You guys are being played. You guys are being manipulated. These college campuses are overrated. And if you're sending your kids to school and you're trying to teach them religious values, forget it. These college campuses don't respect any religious values whatsoever. It's all about trying to get as many students as you can. It's all about trying to fit as many students into a classroom as you can. It's not really about learning anymore. And really, thanks to the internet, you don't really need college anymore. I'm telling you, I'm learning how to do real estate off the internet. The internet is teaching me how to do real estate. So if you guys want to put your faith in college, that's on you. But from here on out, guys, don't expect me to feel sorry for you when you can't find a job because taxes keep going up, inflation keeps going up, and your employer says, "Well, you're becoming too expensive to keep. We're going to have to get rid of you." Don't expect me to feel sorry for you. Don't expect me to feel sorry for you when you're the main perpetrator asking for higher wages. And because you're asking for higher wages, because you're advocating for higher wages, the prices are going up. Now your mortgage is going to be a lot more expensive now by 30%. And if you live in an apartment, whether you live in a 1-bedroom apartment or a 2-bedroom apartment, your rent will go up by 30%. And guess what? I don't feel sorry for you because you guys keep advocating for higher wages. So now that you got your higher wages and now that minimum wages are going up and now that you're going to get your wish, minimum wages are going up. You're going to get higher wages, but now you're going to get a higher price. It's going to cost you more to live now. And do I feel sorry for you? No. Because a lot of you guys have brought this on yourselves. And you kids today that are graduating from college, you don't understand. You're going to have it so tough because as taxes go up and inflation goes up, the prices are going to go up, making it harder for you to live. So while you're sitting up here voting for higher taxes, voting for more regulation, taxation, you're just voting for that stuff. You're voting for higher taxes. You're voting for higher wages, and you're going to get it. But now things are going to be more expensive. You can't have your cake too. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't complain when inflation goes up and higher taxes go up, and you just sit there and you act like you don't know what's going on. You can't have your cake and eat it too. But I don't feel sorry for any of you guys anymore. If you're asking for higher wages, if you're asking for minimum wages to go up, if you're advocating that, then I don't feel sorry for you. If you're asking for higher taxes, which equals higher inflation, making it more expensive for you, then guess what? I don't feel sorry for you. You kids today that are graduating from college, my heart goes out to you, but not really, because a lot of you have become nothing more than political activists. Okay, so if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Guys, I love you. I made this today because I wanted to rant and rave about how prices have gone up. Because every time I go to a McDonald's or any fast food restaurant, whether it's McDonald's or anything else, prices keep going up. And watch, guys, I'll bet you anything. Now that they got what they wanted, higher wages, now that minimum wages have gone up, now that taxes have gone up, I can promise you it's still not enough. It's still not enough. Bet me right now, it's still not enough. But you know what? That's the way they wanted it. Okay, guys, this is Eli West. I love you. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Thank you for listening to my rant. I ranted and raved for about a good 30 minutes. Thank you. And again, you can always watch my channel here on YouTube. It's called Eli West 65, the real estate guy. Thank you. I love you. Thank you for listening to my rant. Thank you.